Hey guys, it's Mandy and welcome to my channel, Just One More Bag. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining me and spending some time with me today. On my channel, I generally talk about luxury bags, travel, wine, and sometimes Yorkies too. If you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. If you have not yet hit that subscribe button, I ask you to please consider doing so, as it does mean so much to me and encourages me to keep creating content, and will also allow you to keep up with me on my future videos. Today, I'm happy to talk to you guys about the On-The-Go East-West tote bag. And this is something that I purchased recently. You can see that this is part of the Multicolor collection, the Murakami Multicolor collection. This dropped in January of 2025. And I feel so fortunate to have been able to acquire this bag, as it was so difficult. This is my first On-The-Go East-West bag. I have had the larger regular On-The-Go in the MM and the GM size over the years. I have since let them go and moved on, as I've personally been trending a little bit more towards smaller bags overall. I do still have some larger, more tote style bags that I use for work or travel, but generally on my day-to-day, if I'm running errands and going out, I've generally been gravitating towards a smaller bag. And when I purchased this bag, I saw the reverse monogram one in the Louis Vuitton store, and I was trying to envision what this would look like. And I was like, well, it'd probably look pretty good. I wasn't exactly sure if I would love the bag. I tried it on and I'm like, yeah, I like it. And I wanted something a little different. And I am really glad that I got this bag, because I absolutely love it. So what I thought I'd do today is just talk about some of the different strap options, a little bit about the sizing, and then I have a bunch of items here to place in the bag to show you what fits, and to see what your style is and if it may work for you or not. So let's get right into it. The first option for carrying is just these top handles here. And I do use this quite often with the top handle, and I really like it. I want to just point out here that I have my little Vivian charm. I did purchase this off of eBay from a wonderful seller. I will try to link her channel below, or excuse me, her website below, because it was just a great purchase. I ended up purchasing a couple and I really love them, and she has a lot of cool charms. The clochette was part of this collection, and I do leave it on because I think it's cute. I really like it. The bag does not have any feet, and I would say that's the only thing that I wish it did have, just to help protect the bottom of the bag. Fortunately, I personally have not had any issues with setting the bag down, but I'm not someone who sets it on the floor. If it is on the floor, it's when I'm at work and it's on carpet in my office, so it's not really a big deal. And then when I am out, you know, it's on a chair or on the table with me. So the back of the bag, just the same print, but no kind of bag charms or anything. The black multicolor did have silver hardware on it. And then this has 3 separate internal pockets. There's a large internal zipper pocket, and then there is an additional pocket on each side. And there isn't a clasp or anything or a magnetic closure. It's just the zipper pouch in the middle that's large. I found that when I do put things in the outside pouch, it has been very secure. It hasn't been something that I've personally worried about. So again, ways to carry it, you have the top handles, and this does fit for me all the way to the crook of my arm. I do sometimes wear it that way, but I generally am just carrying it as a top handle bag. This bag did come with an additional chain strap. So it does connect diagonally. And generally, I always leave this on, because if I'm not using it, I just slide it into one of the external pouches, and then I'm carrying it with the top handles, you know, hand carry or on the crook of my arm. Then sometimes I may get a little tired of that, and I can always wear this then as a shoulder bag. And just for reference, I am 5'2", and I will try to put in some mod shots of the different ways to carry the bag and what it looks like on me to give you a better idea. So again, I generally leave that strap in there so that I always have it. It doesn't hinder the appearance of the bag. It doesn't add a lot of weight and make it heavy or anything, so it's not a big deal for me. This bag then does come with an additional leather strap, and it is adjustable to a point. And I say to a point because it's really to be adjustable one way. It does have the snap closures. However, you can unhook the snaps and slide it for additional length, but it's not secure and it kind of slides back and forth. So let me first show you what it looks like with the closures snapped. And personally, I do not care for this as much. So it just connects onto the same hooks that I just used for the chain strap. And this would be more for a shoulder carrying bag option, which again, I just didn't really care for. I tend to be more of a crossbody if I'm gonna carry it. So here it is again with the closures connected as a shoulder bag. If I try to use this crossbody, again, I'm 5'2", it's a little high, I feel, for me. I don't love it. But for some of you who may like it a little bit higher, you know, my hip is kind of right here, it's up a little higher, you know, it could work. You can then disconnect the top portion of the straps to add that additional length, but like I said, it's not secure, there isn't a connection. And if I'm gonna wear it crossbody, this is the way that I prefer to wear it, as it does hang down a little lower. So for someone who's 5'2", and this is more of a better length crossbody, I feel if you were, you know, 5'6" and taller, you would have to wear it this way with it disconnected, but it'd probably be up a little higher. So again, you still have other ways to wear it, and it all depends on where you prefer to have your crossbody bag hanging on you. So to just show you guys kind of what fits in the bag, what works, I'm gonna take off the additional straps just so I can show you everything and you don't have anything in the way. All right. So I brought out a bunch of different pieces to give you guys an idea and to try to help you decide, you know, what it is that you put in your bag. So the first thing I wanted to show you, this is the Louis Vuitton Zippy wallet. So this is pretty much their largest wallet that they have, and it has a lot of card holders. It has the zipper in the middle. It has holders for your bills. You can fit a ton of things in here. This wallet will not fit in this bag. I have it unzippered all the way on both sides, and even if this is the only thing in the bag, well, I made a liar out of myself. It does fit. I tried it earlier and it didn't. Now, it does fit, but it is a tight fit, and it's gonna be annoying anytime you wanna get it in and out of the bag, and especially if you have anything else in there. Yes, you can fit it in the middle pocket. Not ideal. So let's try it in the side. It definitely does not fit in the side pockets. So if you did want to use this, you could use it in the middle pocket, but I would advise against it because it's going to be difficult. And you do then run the risk of something else potentially falling out of your bag and losing it if you are going to try this. I brought some other wallet options. So this is the Lisa wallet, and this will definitely fit. This does have a lot of good storage options in it. There's a lot of cards that can fit here. And then also underneath on both of these sides, you can place additional cards. It does have a bill holder as well. And this does easily fit into the middle compartment of the bag. Another wallet option, this is the Rosalie wallet. And I really like this one because it has a big opening that you can just slide all of your cards into. And you can just pull them out and in. It's just much easier. It does also have a couple little slots in here that if you did want to really just secure something in there, you do have that option. There is a little zip for if you wanted to put some change in here. In addition, you have that, and then it just snaps closed. So again, fits right in here easily. And I actually have both wallets in there, so we'll just keep going. A card holder. So this is what I personally purchased to use with my 2 black multicolor bags. And as I've mentioned multiple times, I personally just keep going smaller and smaller. I like not having a ton with me, and it's just easy to grab and go. So that can fit in here in addition. I generally always have this little change holder. This is something I just purchased from Coach. You know, I don't like the change to dirty up my wallet. You know, that pink Rosalie wallet that I just showed you, I wouldn't want all the dirty coins to mess that up. So that's why I purchased this in the darker color to hold all of my change. Okay. I also have 2 of the Bastia wallets from Hermes. So these are just little pouches to carry some little odds and ends for you. You know, you can put your chapstick in here. You can put some of your medication in here. That's something I like to use it for. Also, I have like my shout wipe in here. So just another little compartment to store some items when you don't want it just kind of rolling around, hanging out in your bag. I also have my AirPods. And this is all fitting in the middle pocket, just to be clear. And then I have my key clay that does have my car key, and it has my house key in there as well. Still fitting in the middle pocket. Next, this is my business card holder for when I'm at trade shows and working. Just always have that available. Fits in as well. My lipstick, I did just get this Miss Dior. Thank you to my girl Dia from Opulent Obsessions. You now have me obsessed with this lipstick. You're a real bad influence on me, but I'm gonna keep watching you. Then I also just have a little hair clip. You know, sometimes when you're in the car, window down, you want your hair out of your face, so always just a good little thing to have. That fits. And then I brought one of my passport covers. You know, if you are traveling and you do just want a small bag, you can use this and you can fit it right in the side pocket with everything else I just mentioned in the middle, and it fits perfect still. I think you can really get a lot in here. As I just mentioned, this does zip up from both sides. And just to give you an idea, see how it all fits. And then to give you an idea of what it all looks like inside the bag, you see it is very organized so that if you were looking for something, it's easy to just go ahead and pull it right out. It's not jammed in there. I did just set these 2 items right on the top, but you know, generally in my day-to-day, I'm not going to have multiple wallets in here. So let's just remove them, because I would have my key holder, or excuse me, my key clay, and then I would have my card holder. So I'm gonna just put the passport case in there and then put these 2 items back, and it fits perfectly. So all my items are secured, and then you see I can just still wear it as a top handle bag. It's still light and easy to carry. So I love this bag, as I mentioned. It definitely has a ton of room from what you see. And as I mentioned, the only issue that I personally have with this bag is that it doesn't have feet. So I'm not sure if you guys are all aware of the channel, The Gal's Guide. There's a woman named Alyssa on there on that channel, and she's wonderful to watch. If you haven't yet seen her, I highly recommend taking a few minutes to check out her channel. But she created something called handbag heels. So essentially it's feet for your bag, and it works through a magnetic connection. So I purchased some and I thought that I would put them on today and we could see how they work. So I believe these were around $25, which I personally feel was a great price. And they also came with a cute little bag as well. It's more of a jelly style nano bag. And the way that it works, it's just a magnetic connection. You put the metal heel on the bottom and then this magnetic connection inside your purse. And it is a very strong connection. So let's just try it. And you can see how it just connects there. And I just want to say I am not in any way affiliated with Alyssa and her channel. I spent my own personal money on this because I thought it would be a good product and I thought it would be nice to use for this bag. So there you can see that the first two are on. And it's very easy to place them. And you can choose between silver and gold. And you can also choose if you want a round style heel or you want a square. I chose the square. Okay. So you can see I have the handbag heels on the bottom of the bag. And it was that easy. Now the bag has the handbag heels on. And it's really secure. You know, I'm really comfortable and confident using these, so I'm excited. I also bought a pair in gold. I was thinking of checking it out. I have an all black Emprunte Louis Vuitton Speedy 25. And I was thinking maybe I'd try it on there. Excuse me. If not, I also have the new in the loop bag that I just purchased from Hermes, which also does not have feet. So I thought maybe it'd be good to put it on there just to help protect the in the loop design on the base of that bag. But that's what I wanted to review with you guys today. I hope that you found this helpful and that if you were considering this bag or if you were just considering a new bag in general, this is something that may work for you. I hope that showing all of the componentry that can fit inside really shows you the options you have with the bag. And I didn't even fill out all of the side pockets in addition. I wouldn't recommend putting anything too big or bulky in there as it doesn't zip, but you can really fit a lot in that internal zip pocket. And, you know, I think it really worked for a lot of you. So if you guys enjoyed watching any part of this video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would give it a like. And again, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. And thank you so much for spending some time with me. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.